A recent incident involving a Russian drone striking deep within Polish territory has ignited significant alarm, raising the specter of a direct confrontation and potentially invoking Article 5 of the NATO Treaty. The drone, confirmed to be of Russian origin after a thorough examination of the explosion site, has profoundly angered Warsaw. While Russia claims the drone was merely off course and intended for Ukraine, Poland has rejected this explanation and is now taking a highly assertive stance, opting to rely on its formidable military strength rather than immediately seeking NATO's collective defense mechanism. This development signals a dangerous escalation in the region, with Poland rapidly enhancing its defense and placing its military on high alert, indicating that a direct and forceful response from Warsaw may be imminent. The situation has created a deeply volatile environment, as a NATO member state considers unilateral action against Russia following a direct attack on its soil. The drone strikes, which occurred last night, impacted a location deep within Polish borders, well away from the immediate conflict zone in Ukraine. The precise nature of the target and the extent of the damage are under intense investigation, but the mere fact of a Russian military asset penetrating Polish sovereign airspace and subsequently exploding on its territory is a grave matter. Forensic analysis of the debris and the blast pattern definitely pointed to a Russian-manufactured drone, nullifying any initial speculation about its origin. This clear attribution has eliminated any ambiguity regarding accountability, placing the incident squarely at Russia's feet. The profound concern stems not just from the material damage, but from the deliberate or accidental violation of a NATO member's territorial integrity, an act that carries immense geopolitical weight. Such an intrusion, particularly by a military drone, is a direct challenge to national sovereignty and international norms. Russia's immediate explanation, characterizing the drone as having strayed off course during operations targeting Ukraine, has been met with skepticism and outright rejection by Polish authorities. This narrative, often employed by belligerent states to downplay cross-border incident, fails to assuage Polish anger or alleviate concerns about future incursion. Warsaw views such an incident not as a mere navigational error, but as a dangerous breach of its security, irrespective of the stated intent. The precedent set by accepting such an explanation could embolden further incursion, eroding Polish sovereignty and potentially testing NATO's resolve. Therefore, Poland's dismissal of the Russian explanation is a critical element in its assertive response, signaling that it will not tolerate such incident lightly. The insistence on accountability and the rejection of convenient excuses are central to Poland's current posture. Crucially, Poland has, at least initially, refrained from formally invoking Article 5 of the NATO Treaty. Article 5 states that an armed attack against one member shall be considered an attack against all members, triggering a collective response. While the drone strike could reasonably be interpreted as an armed attack, Poland's decision to forego immediate invocation indicates a strategic choice to handle the situation independently, at least in the immediate aftermath. This approach underscores Poland's confidence in its own military capabilities and its desire to project strength and self-reliance in the face of Russian aggression. It also might reflect a desire to avoid prematurely escalating the situation to a full NATO-Russia confrontation, preferring to manage the immediate response on a national level before potentially drawing in the entire alliance. This measured yet firm response highlights a complex strategic calculation by Warsaw. Instead of calling for a collective NATO response, Poland is actively ramping up its own military defenses, asserting its position as a major military power in Europe. The Polish armed forces are among the strongest and most modernized in Europe, with significant investment made in recent years to enhance their capabilities. The current directive from the Polish Prime Minister has placed the entire military on high alert, signifying a readiness to respond to any further provocations. This encompasses a comprehensive array of defensive measures, including the full activation and widespread deployment of air defense systems across the country. These air defense units, equipped with advanced radar and interceptor missiles, are now operating in an active status, prepared to engage any unauthorized aerial incursion. The rapid mobilization and heightened alert status underscore the gravity with which Poland views the drone incident and its determination to prevent any recurrence. The decision to rely on its own military strength rather than immediately turn to NATO demonstrates Poland's growing self-assurance and its strategic independence in handling direct threats. This does not necessarily diminish its commitment to NATO, but rather shows a willingness to address immediate security challenges with its own robust capabilities. The Polish military has been undergoing extensive modernization, acquiring advanced weaponry, and training to deter and defend against potential aggressors. This internal focus on strengthening its defense posture sends a clear message to Russia that any attack on Polish territory will be met with a capable and resolute national response. The emphasis on bolstering its own military strength also serves as a strong signal to other regional actors, asserting Poland's role as a significant security provider in Central and Eastern Europe. The active status of Poland's air defense system is a particularly significant development. This means that radar units are continuously scanning the skies, and interceptors' missiles batteries are armed and ready for immediate deployment. Any unauthorized aircraft or drone detected within Polish airspace now face a heightened risk of interception. This aggressive posture is a direct deterrent against future incursion, signaling that Poland is prepared to defend its skies with force. Deployment of these advanced systems reflect a proactive approach to national security, ensuring that the country is not caught off guard by any unexpected aerial threats. The operational readiness of these defenses is a critical component of Poland's current strategy, designed to prevent any repeat of the recent drone incident. Furthermore, the Prime Minister's order to place the military on high alert extends beyond air defense. It encompasses all branches of the armed force, implying increased vigilance, readiness for rapid deployment, and potentially heightened reconnaissance activities along the eastern border. This comprehensive alert status means that military personnel are prepared for immediate action, intelligence gathering is intensified, and operational plans are being reviewed and updated. The move is designed to create a robust and visible deterrent, projecting an image of unwavering resolve to any potential adversary. The heightened alert also allows for faster decision-making and deployment should further incident occur, ensuring a swift and coordinated response from the entire defense apparatus. The current situation bears several parallels with previous incidents involving Russian military actions near or within NATO territory, but Poland's response marked a notable shift. While previous incidents often led to call for NATO consultations and collective statements, Poland's current focus on its own military might indicate a more assertive and potentially unilateral approach to securing its border. This does not preclude future engagement with NATO or an eventual Article 5 invocation, but it clearly demonstrates a desire to project national strength and take immediate decisive action. The implication is that Poland is prepared to act swiftly and robustly, independently if necessary, to protect its national interests and deter further aggression. The international community, particularly NATO allies, will be closely observing Poland's action. While Article 5 remains a cornerstone of NATO's collective security, Poland's decision to prioritize its national military response in this specific instance provides valuable insight into its strategic thinking. It could also influence how other frontline NATO states might react to similar provocations. The unity and cohesion of NATO are paramount, and while Poland's actions demonstrate national resolve, they also highlight the delicate balance between individual member states' responses and the collective security framework of the alliance. Maintaining open communication channels and coordinated strategic planning within NATO will be crucial to managing this escalating situation. The economic implications, though not the primary focus, are also worth noting. The heightened military readiness and potential for conflict could impact investment, trade, and overall economic stability in the region. Furthermore, the cost of maintaining a military on high alert and rapidly deploying sophisticated air defense systems represents a significant financial commitment. While national security takes precedence, the sustained economic burden of such a posture could be considerable. However, Poland's commitment to robust defense spending has been clear for years, reflecting a long-standing understanding of the geopolitical realities of its region. The current trajectory suggests that the situation is highly dynamic and could evolve rapidly. With Poland's military on high alert and its defense ramped up, the potential for further incident, either intentional or accidental, remain high. Any new incursion or perceived act of aggression could trigger a more forceful response from Warsaw, with potentially profound consequences for regional stability. The immediate future hinges on Russia's next move and whether it respects Poland's intensified defensive posture. The world is watching to see how this direct challenges to a NATO member's sovereignty will ultimately play out, and whether Poland's assertive stance can deter further provocations or inadvertently lead to a more direct confrontation. The possibility of something soon occurring, as indicated by the situation, underscore the extreme tension and fragility of peace in the region. That's all for me for today. If you like the video presentation and you would like to follow for more, hit that subscribe and like button now, and we will continue to build the show for you. Thank you to all of you guys who have subscribed. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. Bye for now.